Hey all, I'm Rachel, the Messy Minimalist. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 tips that you can use in your daily lives to help put more time back in your court. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. And today I want to talk about some time-saving tips that you can start doing right now to feel like you have more time and that you're not just giving your time away. Do you ever complete a task and you think to yourself like, well, that's an hour of my life I'm never getting back? That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Pretty soon, all of those minutes and hours that you can never get back turn into days that you can never get back. And over the course of a month or a year, that time adds up hugely. If you're the type of person who feels like you never have enough time for yourself, then this video is for you. Here are 5 things you can start doing right now to help simplify your life and get some of those hours back. The first one is use subscription services or alternatively buy in bulk. Now, I choose to use subscription services for almost everything in my life. I do very little shopping, whether you're grocery shopping, shopping for household items, or you're just window shopping because you haven't yet kicked the habit of buying stuff. Shopping takes a lot of time. That's not counting the commute time to and from each store, or to and from your house to the city that has the stores. I live 45 minutes from a major shopping hub, and if you are trying to save money or be frugal, you might have 4 or 5 different pit stops that you have to make. We optimistic people sometimes think that it's only a couple minutes, like, oh yeah, that other store, it's just down the road. I can see it from the store, it's right there. Well, no, it's probably still a 10-minute drive. Getting into your car, pulling out, getting out onto the main road, waiting for a stoplight, eventually getting to your new store, going into the parking lot, whizzing around the lot 4 or 5 times because you're convinced you can find a better parking spot, and then eventually walking into the store. Yeah, it's a lot of time. Even if you think it's something that's going to be quick, it's still probably going to take a lot more time than you think. That is why I use subscription services. As somebody who is a minimalist with my time, I really, really love them. I have certain things that just ship automatically. I don't even have to think about it. The more you can store at your house, the better, but if you're not that kind of person, you don't like having extra stuff stored, that's fine. Just up the frequency of your subscription. Here's some things that we have shipped to us that we never go to a store to buy anymore. Dog food, cat litter. We have supplements delivered to us automatically. I have certain probiotics that I use that just come to my door. I don't have to worry about them or think about them. We get the majority of our toiletries delivered on subscription as well. We have our toilet paper, our toothpaste, little toothpaste bites that we get delivered to us from Bite, I think it's called. Diapers, our lotions, even cleaning products, our laundry detergent, our dishwashing detergent, our hand soaps. Oh yeah, just like our spray bottles. I'll link to the cleaning products that I use down below. You can check them out, but it's all very sustainable. Everything down to the packaging. It's like a zero waste product, so it's pretty cool. Same with groceries. I love grocery delivery services. We will do dry goods delivered to us. We try to go to farmers markets or just to our local store to get the fresh produce. We even get our coffee delivered to us. I'm doing a double whammy here because we get our coffee delivered and it's delivered in bulk and we get a little deal because of that. And then also it's from a local roaster, so it's super yummy, delicious, and freshly roasted, freshly ground for us. It's like a triple whammy. To emphasize why having these things delivered to you is such a big deal, especially with dry goods and groceries, it's very, very easy to do impulse buys when you're out at a store shopping. You all know it. If you go to the store and you're even like a little bit hungry, something in your brain is telling you like, oh yeah, I need that. The truth is it's just a lot easier on me when I do my grocery shopping using an app. I can be munching on some food while I'm on my app. You're good. It's a great way to save time and money. Estimated time back. How much time are you going to get back based on the amount of things that you have automatically delivered to you via subscription, or that you make one trip out and you buy in like majorly bulk? For me, I was estimating that could be anywhere from 7 hours a month up to 15 hours a month. That's a good little chunk back out of your month, all for you. That's you time. Boom. The amount of time that you're going to get back is going to be different from anybody else's, but the point is you can still save a ton of time just having these automatic delivery services services set up for you. Number 2, automation. Automation. From your finances to your daily chores to how you commute to work. Automation is one of those things that are going to change your life for the better, and you're going to get so much time back, and it'll feel painless. It's an easy trade-off to get time back when you automate. So starting with chores, some people choose to hire a housekeeper. That's one way they can automate their chores. They just don't have to do them. They come and they do the job. But you might not want a housekeeper in your space. You might not have the money and access to pay for a housekeeper to do those things. I don't hire a housekeeper for my house. That's not something that we choose to do. But we have still found some ways to automate some of these house cleaning tasks. One of the ways is a robot vacuum. I never saw our family as a family who would have a robot vacuum. We were actually gifted the Roborock S4 vacuum. As it turns out, we're definitely robotic vacuum people because it does everything for you. It maps out your house all by itself. The moment you charge it, you sync it up to the app, it zips around the house automatically mapping out where stuff is, and then it just does its job. And you can come through and choose and say, you know, do I want it to only do the living room? Like, hey, we have some people coming over later, just get our living room area and we'll call it good. And then it does it while I go do other tasks. Or you can have it do the whole house, but not the bedrooms. For a house who has 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 children, 2 adults occupying the same space, the floors can get really gross in our house. I think that once you have a vacuum come through and just do your house daily, you realize like, oh my gosh, I had a lot of junk on the floor. A lot of gruddy, gross hair and stuff. So it's pretty quiet. We'll actually have it like go through our house while our daughter naps, or if we're gonna go out and we're doing something outside for a little while, we'll just have it do its job. When it's done, it just zips right back to its charging station, it charges back up, and it's good to go the next day.
Finished cleaning. Going back to the dock.
So Roborock, we love it. I'm gonna link it in my description for you, and I think that they have a deal going through the end of the month if you wanna check it out.
Charging.
The next way to automate your life pretty easily, get time back for yourself, is to just automate your bills. Get yourself on auto bill pay. It's something that you probably already do. Most people in this day and age do. But if you don't have every single one of your bills on auto pay, you should rethink it. From your credit card bills, utility bills, your car insurance, that's a big one. Even if you are paying just minimums on your credit card, while I don't recommend that, automatically pay the minimum. That way you know what's happening. You don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to have that block that you're gonna get when you know that you have something coming up every single month. You're gonna have the stress in your head. It's not good. And not only that, but you have to spend all that time logging into your account, making your payment, writing a check, addressing it, sending it out. Whatever kinds of big bills that you have coming in, get those on auto pay. You'll save a ton of time at the end of the month. So the next one is your commute. If you have access to public transit, do it. There is so much time you can get back for yourself if you're using public transit. When my husband and I were living in New York City, we would take the subway to work every day. I worked kind of on the opposite end of the city. I think it took me like a 20-minute commute via subway. I ended up reading the entire Game of Thrones series. That was what I did in the mornings. I read my book on the subway. I loved it. Whether you are reading, listening to a podcast, watching YouTube videos, whatever your thing is, I would also sometimes make my to-do lists on the subway. I'm a to-do list girl. I love my to-do lists, and I'm constantly making bullet lists, and that's my jam. That's what I want to do. I need that time. And if I was driving into work, I'm definitely not getting those things done. If you can't use public transit to commute, then you can still think of ways to automate the things that you do want to do. For instance, you could do a book on tape instead of reading like you might have done. Even still, the best way to get that time for yourself would be to use public transit. The next one is scheduled screen time. Now, scheduled screen time is huge for us because screen time is the kind of thing that you can just get sucked into and you don't even realize how much time has passed. Binge watching, zombie scrolling, right? We've all done it. It's so easy to do and it's hard to get out of. Whenever we have a screen in front of us, it does this thing where it just puts us into this techno hypnosis. We are zombies to our devices. One quick check on social media can easily turn into 30 minutes of zombie scrolling. And one episode on Netflix can easily turn into, oh, just one more, until pretty soon your dinner time has been pushed back, or you're having cereal for dinner, or you're basically just like, oh, I guess I'm not gonna have dinner at all tonight, I'll just go to bed. Technically, screen time is you time. This is exactly what I wanna be doing. This is for me, and it's very easy to justify that. But I am a believer, big believer, that screen time isn't the you time that you deserve. It's not the you time that you actually crave. Coming back in, scheduled screen time. The reason that that's so important to getting time back for you is because when you schedule it, then you have a hard stop. Then you know that this is your time for that and you can do other things. I schedule screen time in the evenings. Kids go to bed around 7 o'clock. We do books for probably too long. Definitely by 8:30 they're asleep. I've got from 8:30 till 10 p.m. to do whatever I want. That's amazing. That's suddenly this whole new world of me time. But if I spend my time zombie scrolling on my phone, that doesn't feel like me time. That feels like a wasted night. I'm gonna be resentful later that I didn't have that time. This one is actually really exciting too, because this one you can quantify very easily. If you know that you spend an hour a night on unnecessary zombie scrolling, that at the end of a month, that's 30 hours. 30 hours back to you at the end of a month. That's an entire day and then some. If you spend 2 extra hours, what is 2 hours if you're binge watching Netflix, right? 2 episodes of a long show, 4 episodes of a short show. That's something that a lot of us can binge watch on. So let's say you cut back on that. You are gonna get back 20, 40, 60 hours at the end of a month back to you. 3 days. You're gonna get 3 days back to yourself. Can you imagine if your boss surprised you and said, you've got 3 extra days of vacation this month? Go do something. That's amazing. Definitely a really easy way to get time back to yourself is to schedule your screen time, be good to yourself, pay attention to it. The next one is meal prep. Now, I am not an expert when it comes to meal prep. We do kind of the like entry-level version of meal prep. We basically spend 1 day a week, we spend Sunday typically, where we will cut up a ton of vegetables. We'll hard boil eggs, pull meats out of the freezer if we're gonna have a meat that week, or pull anything out of the freezer that we're gonna have that week. What are all the little tedious tasks that take up a lot of time when you're preparing for a meal, and how can you make that go faster? We will just pre-chop all of our vegetables. And that's been a huge help, and it gives us something to kind of snack on throughout the week as well. And then we usually plan out 2 meals that we can have where we are guaranteed leftovers for everybody, for at least like a good lunch leftover or a couple days of lunch leftovers. So just cooking a little bit extra has been a really big help for us.
It's Sunday, it is meal prep day. We're chopping up a bunch of vegetables, just kind of getting everything ready for the week. And then we're having an extra large meal as well. So we'll have some lunches and things like that as the week progresses. Just kind of an easygoing day. And you know, we talk about time-saving tips, right? So we have our Roborock vacuum going in the background. We're doing some meal prep, and I'm feeling like this is all gonna save me time later in the day, because I know then I've got more time for myself and I don't have to deal with this throughout the week. Complete side note is just holding a heavy camera in front of your face with one arm while holding a baby in the other. It's like a bicep workout. Okay, my muscle doesn't look very big, but I'm telling you, it's a workout. What do you think, Nova?
The last one, and a simple one that kind of caters to my female audience, could be our like long-haired gentleman as well. It's investing in a good shower cap and using that said shower cap. And the reason for that is because you can expedite your shower getting ready time, cut it in half. The amount of time that a lot of us spend taking showers and just getting ready in the morning is too much. And I don't spend a lot of time on it personally, but even for me, like if I'm gonna do my hair, to get it dried and to get it styled and to do all that pizzazz. That's just time I'm not getting back. That just feels like lost time. It was time that was taken from me and I don't like it. I will use a shower cap the majority of the time that I'm in the shower. That way, all I have to do is just refresh my hair and not actually do my hair again. And if you have short hair, this is not really for you so much, but it's a big part of it is the hair aspect. So if you typically spend 30 minutes on your hair or even 15 minutes on your hair, all that time adds up every single day. I only wash my hair about every 3 days. It takes a little while to get used to not being washed often, so you might have a grease ball of a head the first, I don't even know, month maybe, I'm not sure, but it will take some time for it to adjust. But once it adjusts to not having to be washed daily or even every other day, it'll kind of cut back on the amount of oils it produces. That's definitely an easy way to save a little bit of extra time and put more time into your court. I think that's it. Thank you again for watching. I hope that these tips will help you put more time into your court and just help you not feel like you don't ever have time for the things that you want. Life is short and it's precious, and your time is precious. So the more time that you can have for yourself doing the things that you want to be doing, the better. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you're not already a subscriber, then you can subscribe hitting my subscribe button somewhere. I don't know, you know where it is, you use YouTube. I'm also doing a little bit more of an Instagram push these days, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, messy.minimalist. I'm usually pretty quick to get back to anybody when they comment or want to reach out with questions. If not, you can throw any questions you have in the comments or any other time-saving tips that you have. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Sit up straight. I'm like all slouchy. Whew, okay. Try to like zoom back too. Hello. Oh, then it's all low. I don't know, guys. What do I want to do here? Hello? Hi, Clementine. What are you doing, sweetie?
I wanted to stay with you.
You did?
I asked Daddy.
You asked Daddy? What did Daddy say?
He said, okay.
Oh.
I'm going to be quiet.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
I followed your footprints.
Yeah. Smart girl. Hey.
Hello.
Look at right here. Look into the camera.
Hello.
Mwah. So you can stay in here, but I am doing a little bit of filming.
I want to take a drink anyway.
You gotta take a drink.
I'm so glad I'm here.
Me too.
Hi, Mama Tutu. And she toots in her pants.
I just love having a little tomboy daughter. She's the best. Commute time to go to and fro. Yeah, to and fro. We went to and fro the stores. What do you think, Nova?